Hi, I'm Zach. Thanks for tuning in to another video where I explain the cards in my deck in detail. So most of the cards in my deck have characters from my game Monster Garden on them. There's also other characters from comics or different things, but the focus of the deck was the Monster Garden characters. These are the last three Monster Garden characters that I added. They were not in the original group of characters I wanted to include, but I added them, and I've slowly been getting to know what the cards mean, and I'm enjoying having them in the deck now. So I wanted to take a moment to explain them. So one character is Leg Dog, Unexpected Developments. So you discover this monster in the first level, in the first seedling, if you go off the beaten path, and there's this kind of weird little blobby creature, and if you talk to it, then Leg Dog appears in your garden after the level's complete. So that alone is kind of unexpected development of this monster appears that looks different than the one you saw. But he also brings with him his friend Dragoncart, who is a playable character that can join your party. So an even further unexpected development comes from you showing this initial little twitch of curiosity. That's the wrong way of putting it. Another development comes from you showing this initial little burst of curiosity. So it's about a little bit of curiosity leading a long way and leading to lots of unfolding developments that you never could have expected. You never thought talking to this one monster would lead to these two other monsters coming. And at the end of the game, Leg Dog learns how to speak like in normal English or in normal language, because before that he just talks in dog noises. So it's like he suddenly learns how to communicate, and implying that there's going to be further developments after that. And in my game, there's kind of a whole family of these like dog/dragon-like creatures like Decart and Leg Dog. They're all kind of mysterious and related and having unexpected developments coming from them. So it's all about just, unknown, unexpected things unfolding in really a positive, beautiful way. And just a little bit of effort and a little bit of curiosity being worth it to bring new surprises in the future. In reverse, it can be about being afraid of the unexpected aspect, and a message of like, don't be worried or scared just because you don't know what's coming. Sometimes there's just no way to know what's coming, and it doesn't mean that a bad thing's going to happen. Sometimes, whether it's good or bad, you just have to roll with the unexpected. So this is also a minor character in the game. He's just kind of hanging out in your garden, but he brings with him Decart, who's a really major character in the game. But Decart is a totally optional character, so all this message is about like optional extra things that weren't part of the main program, but you kind of went off the beaten path and discovered them, and then they just kind of unfold from there. And this whole time, like, Leg Dog just sits here in the corner, but as these other things unfold, he's just kind of sitting there with his funny grin, making his dog noises, almost comically, like, I bet you didn't see all this coming. I'm just like chilling out over here as a many-legged dog, and all these other things are unfolding around as a kind of domino effect from you just having the initial interest in him. So I guess it is about being rewarded for curiosity and interest and effort, even just a little bit, and not just sticking to the script or the predetermined program. Then the monsters, the Monskros, Deep Appreciation. These are also from level 1, Seedling 1. They're also extra characters. You don't have to get them in your garden, but if you go out of your way to talk to them and solve their little puzzle, they join you. And you only ever see their head kind of emerging from the depths of water. And they don't talk too much. They're very big and very still. So they're kind of like these big, ancient, slumbering forces that are just there watching over you. They don't really get involved, but they represent this kind of like the wisdom of a very old, experienced person who's happy just to watch, appreciate what the young people are doing, and just be filled with deep appreciation because they've been there before, and it makes them happy just to see people doing the things they once did. So it's not super engaged, but it's just kind of watching over things and appreciating them as they unfold. So this card can represent people appreciating what you do, being appreciated in your job or at school or in your work. It can also represent just this attitude of just admiring the way things are going, not feeling like you have to jump in and take control or change them, just like watching from afar and watching over them and seeing the bigger picture in a positive way, like seeing, wow, I'm a part of something really big right now. It's much bigger than me. And taking this kind of deep, I want to say like an ancient perspective where it's like seeing yourself in the bigger picture in a way that's very like nourishing and supportive, appreciating where you're at or appreciating where other people are at. In reverse, it can be being in a position where you're not fully appreciated, maybe in a work or job or school, or not appreciating what's going on. It can also represent needing to get more engaged, not just watch from afar like an ancient monster, but actually be a little more active and fully engaged with what's going on. Then we've also got the Booty Biker Boys. If you remember Tukas from the other video, Tukas is one of the Booty Biker Boys. They represent loyalty and devotion, passion, and surging forwards for your goal. Their phrase is all about rolling, like time to roll out. They're obsessed with rolling forwards. And so when you first meet them, they're always rolling around for this boss. There's a boss of the tree who's kind of orders them around, tells them what to do. And they don't really think for themselves. They just follow the boss's orders. So that is a kind of toxic situation at first. But they can also take a more positive approach when they become loyal and devoted to Tukas himself. And so this card's actually about how loyalty and devotion and even like not really thinking for yourself can be a good thing. Like just supporting your friends no matter what. Being with them on their journey and being devoted to them. Not making them prove themselves to you. So it's not about being mindless or like unquestioning, but it's just like really intense passion and support, loyalty and devotion to a cause, to a job, to a person, to a loved one, something like that. So it can go either way. When it's in reverse, it's more the toxic side of just being mindlessly devoted to this goal that's not really helping you or helping others, or this boss who tells you what to do and you have to follow it. But upright, it's about loyalty and devotion for friends and loved ones in a situation where that really works. And in the game, at the end of the game, Tukas is so embarrassed and shy to kind of tell his fellow Booty Biker Boys that he wants to quit the Booty Biker Boys and go on his own journey. And he's so shy and scared. How will they react? But they're just totally gung-ho and supportive of him with this vibe of loyalty and devotion and being like, wow, that sounds amazing. We actually want to go with you. And like, just complete support and devotion to a cause or to a person. And yeah, I think their name is pretty funny. I designed them with these little butts on unicycles, and I thought it would be a funny, comical name for them to kind of show how silly it is to be devoted to this silly boss's needs with their little funny little bodies and unicycles. And they in the game, they start out red, which represents being really fired up. They cool down to orange and then to yellow, and then if they go all the way to blue, that represents being calm and chilled out more and not rushing forward so much. So Tukas is blue, and he wants to quit the Booty Biker Boys to have some downtime. But in the end, he can rejoin them. Once he's had his enough downtime to rest, they get back together and surge forth on their next journey. So it's not about like this rushing forwards attitude being good or bad. It's just about rushing forwards for a good cause. And yeah, an implication is that you do need also downtime where you're not rushing. So there is a kind of a lot of backstory with the Booty Biker Boys and with Tukas and the boss. They're from Seedling 2/level 2 in the tree. And so those are the last 3 cards I added to the deck from my game Monster Garden. If I add any more, I'll do more videos in the future. I hope you've been enjoying these videos as I explain the cards in more detail. I hope it helps you understand the readings more. And I hope you enjoy the readings themselves. There's a whole playlist of them on this channel. And yeah, if you're interested, please check out my game Monster Garden. It's available on Steam. It's also available on itch.io. It's $4.99 and it's sometimes on sale. So thank you very much for being here and watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.